One of the hardest games that you're ever going to come across, especially from the retro era, is Ghouls and Ghosts, Ghosts and Goblins. This is one of the hardest games I've ever played. I have this for Arcade 1-Up. I have this for the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, a bunch of different platforms. But now we have it here from New Wave Toys. This is the Ghosts and Goblins, and I do want to state for the record, this was sent to me for purpose of review. They are not reviewing this ahead of time. I am giving my thoughts and my own thoughts, and nothing's being swayed, but we do appreciate them for sending this out. And as always, New Wave Toys, they've got plentiful artwork all over the box. You've got Arthur on top. You have on the side some of the features, their revised CRT reflective reduction technology. You have a mini faux power cable inside. You've got Players 2 original arcade games. So you have both games on this. This is the first time I think that New Wave Toys has done this, where they've included two games on one machine. You see the license by Capcom, and then you see the beautiful raised gloss. As always, we're going to get into this. You know, this has one of the first ones that I have, besides the Coca-Cola, that has the coin-op mechanism, that you can actually put a coin in it and it will actually work as intended, just like a real arcade. And then you have the coin collection box, and as always, you know, I like to call these a console because you can hook these to a TV. These are 1/6 scale, and I've seen some other unboxings that people had trouble opening these up, so I want to show you. This is so easy. If you're looking at the front of the box, if you look to the right, there's a little flap. All you have to do, look at how effortlessly this is. You just lift this up. You can see the awesome artwork with some Japanese writing here, and that's it. Like, you don't have to destroy the box. You can just simply flip that flap up. I've unboxed enough of these to know. As always, New Wave Toys gives you a nice protective foam that we're going to throw out of there. And then inside here you have your Ghosts and Goblins and instruction manual. We have a bunch of cool things in here, as always, from New Wave Toys. I'm just going to shake that out. You have your faux plug. This is going to plug in to make it look like it's to plug in your arcade console. And you got 3 bags of coins this time. Normally, you only have a few that come with it. Looks like there's about 15, if I had to guess. 4, 8. Nope, there's 12. Okay, there's 4 in each. And then you've got some different ball tops that you want to customize your cabinet to your liking. So we're going to take these and set these off to the side. All right, now let's take a look at what the manual holds. If this is anything like New Wave Toys has done before, this resembles the original manual for the arcade. Let's see. This basically is just the instructions, a lot of stuff to just tell you how it works. So in different languages, so we're not going to really focus on that, but there you go. You can see foam. Get rid of the foam. We're going to pull this out and take a look at the star of the show. All right, I almost forgot. We have the power adapter, which we're going to take this out and let you guys take a look at. If you haven't seen it, it has the USB, and it looks like a USB-C on the other end. The USB-C goes into the unit. This will go into your power brick or anything else that you have from your cell phones to charge this up. And we're going to peel this plastic off so we can get the full effect. All right, let's turn this bad boy on. All right, so now we're going to listen to the audio. As you can hear, it's plenty loud. I'm standing off to the side. Sounds really good. It's really awesome. You got your control deck here. You've got your buttons, player 1, player 2. Then you have your jump and your fire, both sides if you're left-handed or right-handed. And then you've got your joystick. Down here, let's take a look. You have your coin mech for player 1. You can press, that's where you're going to put your coin. Down in here is your coin return slot. So like inside here, they've done an amazing job. Let's see if my big fingers can get it out here. So you pull this out, and that's where your coins are going to go after you stick them in and to play the game. So let's do player 1. So from reading, if you hold player 1 and player 2, you can go into your settings here to set the difficulty level, and among other things, of course, with me, I need to have the difficulty level set to easy because this game is really hard. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that set. Press and hold player 1 and player 2 to get out. And let's do this. I wonder if I actually have to press a coin in here. Oh, yeah, it says please deposit a coin. So I'm going to do my best with my big fingers. Okay, so here we're going to put a coin in. Okay. And let's press the... Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to play this here. So the screen, the filter here looks pretty good. Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I want to show you how to get into the game selection screen. We're going to press both of these buttons to get out, but you have to press player 1 and player 2. And then once you're into it, you can choose your game at the top. And then if you hit that, it'll return you to this menu. See at the top, it says game selection. You want to hit your fire button on that, and then you can choose whether you want ghosts and goblins or ghouls and ghosts. So we're going to go into ghouls and ghosts, and I believe we can just hit, there we go, hit fire button. It's going to do the ROM check. Now, one of the other things that you can do is if, say, you don't want to play around with these coins, because you can see how small these coins are, and you know, you got big fingers like me, you can press this button right here on the right side. That acts as like you're putting in a coin. So we can do, you know, press the button, and then we'll do player 1, and then we can show you this. Now, if you're like me, I would put this on a TV just to make it easier. But for the sake of this, we're just gonna hook it up here. There's other reviewers out there who have hooked it up to their TV. But honestly, as long as you can see it, it's not hard to see. The scan lines, I'm just back too far because we're trying to get the camera in there. They did a really good job on this with the new technology that they're using for the CRT function. So let's give you a walk through the cabinet, okay? So let's turn it sideways here. You've got your typical Ghosts and Goblins decal. It looks akin to the original. You've got your marquee, which the marquee here is not washed out. It looks really good at the top. You got the recessed monitor, and then your control deck. Let's turn it to the back so we can show the controls. So let me turn this down. You got your volume control up top, your power button, your power indicating light. I love these little touches. On a real arcade, this would be locked. And then your danger voltage sticker inside. You've got your power for the faux power cord, which we'll put in here in just a brief second. So as you can see on the power cord, you can just stick that in there, and it gives it the option. Just again, it's decoration. You've got 2 USB. Why would you want 2 USB? Well, let's say you wanted to hook this up to a TV. It is a console, and you wanted to hook USB controllers up to play this game. You can do so. Your charging input, and then the HDMI that will go out to your TV to play this. The other thing I want to draw attention to, you've got your caution label here, but you also got your serial numbers. Your serial numbers are very important, just like an original arcade. So I think it's really, really cool that New Wave Toys has included this. Let's open this up and see if we can't get the coin out. You just got to lift up on that. Let's pull this out, and you can see inside there is the coin. and we're just going to kind of dump that out. What I think I'm going to do is maybe store these coins inside this bucket. That way I don't lose them. I have a bunch of other ones that we're going to put in here. All right, so we got the coins in there. We're going to put them back in here for safekeeping. It's just really cool to be able to show your friends that you can do it. Now, I wanted to put this green one on. I think it kind of goes better with this. So we're going to unscrew the red one here. We're just going to show you guys how to do this. It's very simple. There's threads in the bottom of this, just like a regular joystick if you've ever done that. And with my big fingers in the way, we're going to screw it on so you guys can see. You don't have to crank the daylights out of it, just a little bit so it's tight. And there you have it. If you don't like the neon green one with the accent, you have a bunch of other ones here that you can choose from. I like the green one, so I'm going to probably leave that one on there. And let's go back for some final thoughts. All right, so some final thoughts here on the new Wave Toys Ghosts and Goblins cabinet. I think this is awesome that they've included 2 games that are similar on the same cabinet. Like I said, this is the first ever that they've done that. The volume on this is really, really loud, so it's perfect. Because the game is hard, it's a game that you really need to hook up to a television to play it. I'd also suggest hooking up a external controller so that you can play this and actually enjoy it. But these mini consoles are great. I love having them sit out and look like a mini arcade. You know, everything about this really resembles the original. This is perfect time of the year to be getting this type of a cabinet. They outdid themselves like they always do. And so I want to say thank you to New Wave Toys for sending this out for review. If you're into these mini cabinets, if you like having these mini consoles and being able to play them in your game room, I suggest going out and pre-ordering them if they're not sold out. If it's sold out, well, you're going to have to watch eBay because these things go quick. Don't sit around and wait. If you like this content, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because we're going to be back with more videos, as always, on this channel. Going to 10,000 subscribers, we're actually giving away a New Wave Toys Dragons Lair cabinet that I have brand new that I'm going to give away to one lucky person when we hit that 10,000 subscribers. So give it out to your friends. Tell them to subscribe. Really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, keep it buzzing.